Hello everyone. In the last class we have started with the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita and then we have seen first 10 verses. So today we are going to see from 11th verse till 20th verse. First I will chant each and every verse and then we'll see the explanation part. So I'm starting with the class. देवान् भावयतानेन ते देवा भावयन्तु वः परस्परं भावयन्तः श्रेयः परमवाप्स्यत. So this means in this verse Krishna is still continuing his words to Arjuna. Now in this verse what he is saying was, O Arjuna, perform your duties, whatever you have to perform, do your duties and then worship the gods with the rituals and then prayers and then do what you have to do. You are born as a Kshatriya and then whatever action you have to perform. So currently your action is battle. You have to fight in this battle, whoever is the opponent, whether it is your relatives or well-wishers or gurus or anything, anyone. Whatever your responsibility is, you have to do that. So and then leave it to God. If you say if you perform whatever action you have to do and then worship God with the rituals and prayers, then God will definitely save you and then ultimately you will definitely reach to the highest good. It means moksha, which is a liberation. So that's what Krishna said to Arjuna in this verse. We'll move to the next verse. इष्टान् भोगान् हि वो देवाः दास्यन्ते यज्ञभाविताः तैर्दत्तानप्रदानेभ्यः यो भुङ्क्तेस्तेन एव सः. In this verse, Krishna is still continuing his words to Arjuna. What he is saying was, O Arjuna, if you perform your actions and if you worship God with the rituals and prayers, and then ultimately whatever is desirable to you, that will definitely God will give you. You no need to ask him. First what you have to do, that action you have to perform without expecting anything, then ultimately God will take care of everything. So God will definitely give you whatever is desirable to you. Or if you don't do that, if you don't perform what you have to do, then and expect the result, then ultimately this you will not attain moksha, because you are not performing any action what you have to do, that is not being done. So you will get papa karma only in the next janma and you will not attain moksha in this janma. That's what Krishna told to Arjuna in this verse. We'll move to the next verse. यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तः मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः भुञ्जते ते त्वगं पापाः ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्. Here Krishna is saying to Arjuna that, O Arjuna, the person who eat food without offering to the Lord and who cook only for himself, he will definitely attain papa karma, because he is cooking for himself, he is not doing anything to others, he is enjoying his pleasures and then he is taking care of himself only. So ultimately he will not get any punya karma, he will attain papa karma only, even in this janma, and then it will carry forward to next janma as well. And the person who cook for others and who help others, and then also first he need to help others, he need to think about others, after that he need to think about himself, then that person will ultimately attain moksha, that is punya karma. So here what we need to understand is, Krishna is saying that Krishna's intention here is, we need to think about ourselves, at the same time we need to think about others also. So we need to perform some action for others also. but not, we should not be selfish enough. Some people are like, they will cook for only for themselves, they will earn money only for themselves. Even though they have hell lot of money, they will not give even single rupee to others, even though they are capable to help, but they will not do. So those people are called as a selfish people. That kind of people will ultimately attain papam only, sin only. So, and this papa karma will carry forward in the next janma as well, because they are earning money and then they are cooking food, everything only for their pleasure, but not, they are not even thinking about other. So that kind of person will get papa karma only. So we need to always be helpful. Whatever action we have to do, we need to perform our action. And we need to share whatever we have. At least we need to contribute at least some amount of thing, whether it may be money or some helping hand or whatever it is. We need to think about others. That's what Krishna told to Arjuna in this verse. We'll move to the next verse. अन्नाद्भवन्ति भूतानि पर्जन्यादन्नसम्भवः यज्ञाद्भवति पर्जन्यः यज्ञकर्मसमुद्भवः. Here Krishna is saying to Arjuna that, O Arjuna, all living beings are born of food. And how the food will come? Food is born of rain. If rain comes, then only farmers will grow the grains and then we will get food, right? So living beings are born of food, and food is born of rain. And when we will get rain, rain will come when there is a punya karma in that particular atmosphere. For example, in this district, if the people are always helpful, or if the people perform good actions, then only that punya will grow, and then rain will come. And ultimately, due to rain, food will come. Farmers can grow the food grains, and then living beings will enjoy that food. If there is a more papa karma, if the people don't do good actions in that particular place, then ultimately rain will not come. And what will happen? There will not be, farmers will not be able to grow the food grains. Then living beings will not enjoy the food. So that means, so all the living beings are born of food, and food is born of rain, and rain is born of punya, and this punya is born of good actions. So ultimately Krishna is saying here that we everyone have to perform their actions, what has to perform, and they should think about others, and without having any attachment or anything else, they need to be always be helpful to others, and what actions they have to perform, that they need to do, and then continue their lives with the good attitude. That's what Krishna meant here. We'll move to the next verse. कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धिः ब्रह्माक्षरसमुद्भवं तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्म नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम्. Here Krishna is saying to Arjuna that, O Arjuna, may you understand this karma. Whatever I told you till now, may you understand all this karma, what you have to perform, and how there will be, how you can attain moksha and all. Whatever I explained to you, may you understand all this karma. And this karma, this rituals, prayers, etc., and this karma is born of Veda, and Vedas are born of imperishable Ishvara. So ultimately Krishna is saying here, O Arjuna, that this karma, this good karma, rituals, prayers, etc., all these are born of Vedas. And where Vedas are born, how Vedas are born? They are born of Ishvara only. Ishvara is the primary God. From him only all these Vedas came into picture, and from this Vedas karma came into picture. This good karma, rituals, prayers, etc. So the primary thing is Ishvara. Ishvara is the source of everything to happen in this world. Therefore, this all pervasive Brahma always in yajna. So whatever is our responsibility. For example, let's take Arjuna. You are born as a kshatriya, so you need to be always be helpful to others, and whatever action you have to do, that you need to perform, and then leave the result to Ishvara, and then Ishvara will take care of all those things, and ultimately you can attain moksha because of your good actions. So that's what Krishna said to Arjuna in this verse. Let's move to the next verse. एवं प्रवर्तितं चक्रं नानुवर्तयति हयः अघायुरिन्द्रिया रामः मोघं पार्थ स जीवति. Here Krishna is saying to Arjuna that a person who doesn't follow the karma, it means the person, if you, for example, let's take Arjuna, it's your responsibility to act in this battle, to fight with your opponent, whoever is the opponent, that is your responsibility, being a kshatriya. So if a person, for example, let's take, if you don't follow, if you don't fight in this battle, then it's like the cosmic wheel, this cosmic wheel in this world is already been set. It's like you are neglecting that wheel. That cosmic wheel is already set into motion, but you are not following your actions, right? You are not following your responsibility. Then ultimately what will happen? Ultimately you will get into sin only. You will get papa karma only, because of the pleasures of senses. Why you are not fighting in this battle? Because you are saying that you have attachment towards your well-wishers, relatives, and acharyas, etc., and you want to be in the safer side. So that's why you are not fighting in this battle. So ultimately what will come? You will fall into sin only, because you are not performing your responsibility. So you, the type of currently you, the people like you, they will fall into sin only. And these type of people, so Krishna is saying indirectly, but these kind of people, their life is waste only, because they are not following, they are not taking up their responsibility, they are not acting their actions, whatever responsibility they have to do, that they are not acting on it. So ultimately these type of people, their lives are waste only, and then they will attain a papa karma only in the next janma. That's what Krishna is saying to Arjuna. We'll move to the next verse. यस्त्वात्मरतिरेव स्याद् आत्मतृप्तश्च मानवः आत्मन्येव च सन्तुष्टः तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते. Here Krishna is still continuing his words to Arjuna. What he is saying was, O Arjuna, for the person who is delighted in himself and who satisfied within self, that person, nothing has to be done else. So what he meant was, what Krishna is saying that whatever responsibility one has to follow, they need to perform those actions, and they need to be always helpful to others, and they need to leave the result to God with the rituals and prayers, etc. Then ultimately they have to do nothing else. Only these basic things, whatever has to do, the person, everyone has to follow all these things. Then ultimately they will attain punya karma, and they will finally attain liberation only. Apart from this, nothing else has to be done. These are the basic responsibility, these desired responsibilities for everyone. That's what Krishna is saying to Arjuna. We'll move to the next verse. नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थः नाकृतेनेह कश्चन न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः. Here Krishna is saying to Arjuna that For that person who reveals the self, then for him, for that person, in this world and in the outside world, they will attain good only. So what he meant was, what Krishna is saying to Arjuna is, so for the people, whoever do their responsibility and whoever does the good actions and whoever follow their responsibility and whoever leaves the result to the God with the prayers and rituals, whoever go in this karma yoga attitude means prasada buddhi, whatever comes to him, whether it is the suffering, pain or happiness or anything, it can be anything, whatever kind of situation he get, he need to accept everything, he need to get that acceptance behavior they need to have. And if he gets some problem, he should not refuse it, he should not deny it. At the same time, he should not showcase his emotions to the other person. And whoever go in this karma yoga attitude, they will ultimately gain moksha only, that is liberation, and they will attain punya karma in the next janma as well. So every person karma depends upon their actions. If they do good actions, they will attain punya karma. If they do bad actions, then they will attain papa karma. So a person life depends upon their actions. That's what Krishna said to Arjuna in this verse. We'll move to the next verse. तस्मादसक्तः सततं कायं कर्म समाचर असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म परमाप्नोति पूरुषः. Here Krishna is saying to Arjuna that, oh Arjuna, so whatever I taught you till now, please listen. Don't just listen, you need to implement what you have to do. Being a kshatriya, what you have to do, that you need to do. You should not talk like this, that attachment, my relatives, my gurus, etc. And you should not talk in this manner. And you can't sit simply like this in the chariot, and you can't escape from this battle. So leave everything, leave about attachment, leave about all your relatives, forget about everything, and do your responsibility and leave the result to God. So whatever I taught you, please implement this. Don't just listen it and then leave it aside and sit simply. Do some action, at least try to do. You will definitely win in this battle and you will attain punya karma only, and ultimately you will get liberation. And that good will be highest good. That moksha will be the highest. Apart from this, nothing else in this world. So please perform actions. That's what Krishna said to Arjuna. Now we have reached into the last verse of today's class. कर्मण्यैव हि संसिद्धिम् आस्थिता जनकादयः लोकसङ्ग्रहमेवापि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि. Here Krishna is saying to Arjuna that, oh Arjuna, so whatever I told you till date, please follow that, please implement your actions, please implement my words. And whoever in our Puranas also, whoever follow in this karma yoga attitude, they have ultimately attained moksha, liberation, and they did not do anything else apart from this. Whatever I taught you, they have implemented this and they got the ultimate good. So please listen to me. Don't talk in this manner and then don't sit simply in this chariot. Please perform actions. Please take that result of your good actions, and ultimately you will attain liberation. So there is nothing else in this world. So please do that. That's what Krishna told to Arjuna in this verse. So this is what for today. In the next class, we will see the 21st to 30th verses of 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So thank you all for joining. We'll meet in the next class.